A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. It's Thursday, May 13th. The Ulster County Department of Health started to fully vaccinate inmates against COVID-19 at the county's law enforcement center in Kingston on Wednesday. Sheriff Juan Figueroa expects personal visits for families of inmates to resume next month after being suspended for over a year as the vaccinations continue.
You can imagine how important it is for a human to be able to talk and touch their loved ones, especially if they're in our facility.
Figueroa also urged all first responders to get vaccinated as soon as possible. County Executive Patrick Ryan opened a news conference with some positive news about the general population's response to getting vaccinated.
Ulster County, and I'm proud of everybody's part in this, we're leading the Mid-Hudson region. We now have just shy of 100,000 residents vaccinated, 98,204 to be exact. That means more than 55% of all residents and 66% of adults 18 and up. So 2/3 of adults in the county are vaccinated. So that is great, but we have more work to do.
And like the sheriff, Ryan urged county residents to express their sense of civic duty by getting vaccinated to protect others. Kingston educators and elected officials yesterday celebrated the news of historic increases to foundation aid funding in the state's 2021-22 budget. Ulster County districts will see a $10.5 million increase. The Kingston City School District will have a 9.1% increase, $51 million in total foundation aid funding. Senator Michelle Hinchy said disparity among foundation funding to districts throughout the state has made its first step to leveling out.
We are here today because we know that our schools are the backbones of our communities and really the central pillars of Ulster County and across New York State. And we believe that no matter where you live, every child, no matter their financial means or location, deserves access to a good public education.
Kingston Superintendent of Schools Dr. Paul Padalino said this funding will allow the district to meet students' needs with more robust programs and at the same time ease the taxpayers in the district.
The social emotional well-being and health of our students is very important, especially coming out of this pandemic. So we'll be adding to our already robust curriculum around social emotional learning, adding to our technology and our infrastructure to make sure if we do have remote learning, students will be able to access everything they need to be successful. And we have been able to provide some tax relief for our community by having a 0% increase in our tax levy this year.
The increase in foundation funding is happening across the state in a phased-in approach. The SUNY Orange budget for academic year 2021-22 comes in at almost $63 million. The Board of Trustees approved it last evening. The college ended the previous year in the black as a result of belt tightening, and the new year's being bolstered by COVID-19 relief funding from the federal government, said Paul Martland, the college vice president for administration and finance.
We have the ability to use the second round of federal funding, the so-called CARISA funds, to both assist in our budget process to keep us on budget, but also to have expenditures that we can spend strategically in support of our strategic plan to help us in the long run.
The new budget will have good news for students as there will be no increase in tuition. The popular Dutchess County Fair, which was sidelined last summer like everything else because of the COVID-19 pandemic, will return this summer from August 24th through the 29th. County Executive Marcus Molinaro said the fair becomes the largest city in the county during the week it's open. With its agricultural and other exhibits and entertainment, the fair employs hundreds of people and draws thousands to Rhinebeck, says Molinaro.
Dutchess County Fair is a tremendous economic really engine, and for the village of Rhinebeck, Dutchess County, and the region.
The fair generates about $2 million in financial benefits to the county. Police are saying that 3 assaults in the city of Beacon in a matter of days were unrelated. 3 people were left injured. On Saturday, May 8th at around 10:15 p.m., police responded to a location for an assault in which a man sustained a stab wound to his leg. He was taken to Montefiore St. Luke's Cornwall Hospital in Newburgh for treatment. On Sunday, May 9th at around 9:15 in the morning, officers responded for a location for a domestic incident. The victim sustained a head laceration from a glass bottle, and that investigation is continuing. On Wednesday, May 12th at around 1 in the morning, officers responded to a domestic incident in which a victim sustained a hand laceration from a knife. The suspect was located nearby and charged with assault, criminal mischief, and criminal possession of a weapon. Republicans in the House of Representatives Wednesday stripped Congresswoman Liz Cheney, a Republican from Wyoming, from her party leadership role because she would not waver from her insistence that the GOP tell the truth about the 2020 election and the January 6th assault on the Capitol. Congressman Mondaire Jones, a freshman lawmaker from the Hudson Valley, was highly critical of the action. He said the civil war in the Republican Party is complete, in his words. Stay updated with local news all day online at MidHudsonNews.com. I'm Hank Gross.